Hello, this is Jane Becker. Just wanted to send you a brief explanation of how to create a search criteria when you're looking for a home. This process takes quite a while when you meet with your buyer agent, or at least it should. I have a specific list of questions that I would like to ask my buyers in order to create a criteria for them. The whole goal of the criteria is to create a search parameter whereby looking at these homes in the search parameter, you will be able to whittle down to what you really are looking for. A lot of times, buyers don't know themselves what they need or want, and it takes some experience to get down to the nitty-gritty and find just the right home. So the first thing you would have needed to do at this point is to get qualified through a lender or find out what you can afford to pay in cash. And then the next thing you would want to do is create a criteria. And the primary goal is to, first of all, find the location of your new home. A lot of my clients use the commuting distance, whether it's to work, daycare, family, anything like that that would give you an idea. Decide for yourself if you're willing to commute maybe a few minutes to a few hours, and then you can look for the home or homes that are in that territory. A lot of my clients need a specific thing. For example, they would want, to be close to hospitals or have good school systems or be into any kind of an amenity that the town would be able to offer you. So those things would need to be taken account into. When I go through the process, I go through questions for lifestyles, what the most important criteria is. One of the most important questions that you need to ask yourself is, what is the price point that you are comfortable with, and stay in that price point. The question I ask my clients is, for the right home, for the best home out there for you, what is the most that you're willing to pay? And based on their answer, I start creating a bracket of the search criteria. Put their maximums, put their minimums, and or leave the minimums open. When you do set up a criteria, you want to make sure that you just give either the minimum or the maximum that you will accept, because computers are logical. And if you set a minimum or a maximum on the square footage of a house, one more square footage and you're not going to get that listing. So you need to be very, very careful to make sure that you encompass everything that you possibly would be interested in. So you start off with the towns, and then you move on to the next category, which is like just as important, such as the size of the home, or maybe there is a parameter that you really need, like being on the water or something like that. So that is where you go next. The idea or the goal is to give yourself a number of homes that gives you enough information on the market and the type of a home you can afford without overloading you. So I find that 30 to 40 homes is more than enough for my clients to start their search. Those 30 to 40 homes would be derived by first having a large criteria and then shrinking it little by little until you figure out exactly what town or towns that you're interested in and exactly what kind of a home. Ask yourself, are you handy? If you're not handy, you might not want to get a home that might need a lot of work. Ask yourself what kind of financing you have. If you are an FHA, VA buyer, and some other financing projects, you might not want to have a house that needs a lot of work, because those are going to be much more difficult for you to get financing for. Feel free to give me a call and ask me questions. There's a lot of information that you need to know. And if you want a free consultation, you're also welcome to set up a time to meet with me, and we can talk a little bit more about what you're going to be looking for. I hope this video helps, and good luck.